You've been my greatest hero. He says.
I'm not gonna cry. You're gonna cry.
All right. I'm good. We'll definitely add some video chapters to this YouTube video. We start with Aoyama pushing Deku away as the debris starts to give, and Deku looking back like, no, Aoyama! And then Aoyama's like, run, Midoriya! When you say run. It's so high. Aizawa's turning back. Shiraku! And then he looks over, and it's kind of like what Shirakumo's like. You see a body.
He's just kind of.
It really just says glorp.
He's kind of like this. He's kind of chilling.
Maybe. Then we focus straight on to Deku. He's running to the center. There's tendrils everywhere, dude.
It is a battlefield.
Oh, we see Snipe right there.
How many shots did Snipe get off right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, all 6 shots in that revolver just popped.
I will never forget what he did with Shigaraki. That was like he could have ended the series right there.
And look. There's our manga man right there. Look, he's doing the manga effects. Just say bam, 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 bam.
You know, I thought that was just them drawing it in.
No, he's just. I think it works out just fine that way because he can do that, but it's also his ability, so it actually is the physical thing going bam, 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 bam.
I think I see Cammy over there. I think we see Vlad as well. They're saying nothing's hitting home. He's just too tough. Unlike All For One, this one's Toad's not falling for my rage bait illusions.
Rage bait.
We got Cementos, Carapat, and this is actually something. That girl is actually someone that we've seen before. I'm not sure if in the manga, but I've seen her in the anime. It's part of like that class that Aizawa has raised initially. At some certain point in the anime where they were just reminiscing about how rough like Aizawa is, to pretty much like tell us like how good of a teacher he ends up becoming. Anyway, we got Aizawa giving commands here. One straight to Shigaraki. And then we have All For One here. He's saying my Omni Factor Unleash is not the result of giving in to base emotion. Rather, this augmentation is me exercising control and authority over my myriad of powers. As such, do not presume you have me outnumbered. Bro, and again, this guy is really just a Dark Souls / Bloodborne like type boss right now.
Right, he's just charging his particle cannon.
Yeah, he really just becomes a cannon and shoots a laser straight on. It's not just a laser though; he just shoots like different like drills and like I think it's an air slash. I see. It's like what?
I see spikes. It looks like tail spikes.
Railgun. We got Deku looking out.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Let's just focus here. Hagakure takes that what I saw was like an air slash is actually just a beam of light, and she's like, "Oh, laser stuff. I'm your gal," so she'll redirect that. And then the panel below it, it's Momo actually pulling up with a railgun.
Yep, electromagnetic railgun. I
guess you have to be prepared at this point. Momo's like, "Ready," and that's Kaminari right there. He's like, "Yeah," and they fire it off.
Oh god.
And it just meets him like right at the front right there. And All For One, it's like he's pissed off at this point, like insolent little. And he shoots out like, God, that really, you know, I really thought that was like kind of lightning-ish type of like attribution, but no, it's actually stuff that you can actually like physically touch. Yeah, more tendrils. Deku's not having that. He's like, leave them, and he gets it cut off as Sugar Rush goes in there. Not
Sugar Rush.
Well, not just
Sero,
yeah.
Anima. Tail Man, we see Ojiro, we see the Vine Girl, whose name I forget, we see the Beast Man.
You're already on your last legs. Save your strength in the Sugar Rush, because only your strength can sock it to him. So let us tank these hits. Damn, Deku, go on! Oh, there we go.
Give him a through. Oh! As we, I guess I'll take it.
Yeah.
We see, going off of these tendrils, they're dodging them, we see Shinji, and we see Sue. They're carrying him. And then, oh my god, it's Sue's family. We see, Mommy, Daddy, look, it's Sis, you see her? I think the girl is saying that. You see her dad's like, Sue you. It's like the sister and the brother, do your best, so yeah. And then we see the little girl that Shoji saved. Shoji, you can do it, Shoji. He's gonna Shoji here. The rest of us aren't agile enough to weave past these brutal attacks. Then we see Suyu, but we can still carry you partway there. As they just give him a nice little throw. Izuku, thanks, Shoji. You too, Suyu. We see another one of those tendrils just coming straight for Izuku. Wham! And just tackled off. It says, show some! As we see what looks like Fat Gum, Mina, and there's the boy. There he is! Unbreakable! Guts! That's E. And Mina. That's their friends from back at school. Kirishima, you got this, dude! They see Mina. Get it done! Izuku just like he's like a
Damn,
little
dude.
overcome. He's overcome just a little bit, having to leave them behind. I will. We see all for
Ooh.
one. Why? All I see are carcasses soon to be carrion. Why do they refuse to lie down and die? Present mic and earphone jack here. We see there's little to their wary movements, yet their eyes.
He's trying.
He's on his ground there just looking at that stare. He's just like their eyes, if nothing else. We see him have this like his eyes kind of like widen a little bit. We see Nana looking at in the basically in the all for one for all vestige area. He finds himself watching, helplessly watching, conferring this power to someone so worthless was a mistake. And then we see it's all for one. He's having that reaction again. Right. Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya! As we see Izuku running in, and Izuku's foot getting ready to go off the ground. It's your weakness. As we see Izuku jumped onto one of Gentle's trampolines to get some air.
And Gentle gets a nice panel for himself.
And he goes, do your utmost, boy. And then we see Death Arms. You can do this!
We went full circle.
And then we see it was something All Might lacked. Then we see the news reporter, I think she's checking in on Hawks and Tokoyami. We see Tokoyami say, do your best. Then we see Izuku, he's kind of like staggering just a little bit. A weak, feeble strength.
Oh no.
Go get him, Chris!
Oh my god.
Then we see Izuku get grabbed by the arm that spurs these vermin to stand back up so doggedly. As we see the person grabbing him is Ida, and he's running him forward. That will not perish so long as you keep moving forward. We see All for One's like, huh? We see someone's talking here. I thought our ejector seats were disabled, but here we are. I take it that was your doing. All Might says Swole Naya lives!
You have All Might. Those kids are hoping for absolute victory, so I'd rather keep our losses to a minimum. It'll come from you. That's rich. True that. All Might, with just one arm, raises up, kind of clenching it. Midoriya kid. Midoriya Shonen. That day, when you dove into the fray, my body took action as well. Yes. Ever since that day. Oh no. Oh, we're getting the movie cannons. Melissa. She's like, do your best. We see a couple kids looking out, but remind me, is it Rudy or Rhodey? I can't. For some reason, I want to say Rhodey, but yeah, he's just saying like, you can do it, man. Oh, here's the press. Ida, do you recall the first day as we left school? We don't get to see Deku's expression, but then we see the flashback of both him, Ida, and Uraraka like walking out of the school. See a panel of like a helicopter. In this moment, I understand so clearly what she meant. Oh, it's Uraraka in the chopper.
Along with one of the pussycats.
Yeah, she's hanging in there. You can see like a little bit of her eyes opened, so she's still conscious. But yeah, they were saying like, hang in there. We're almost at the hospital, Uraraka. You can do it. Everyone's doing their best down there. And I'm not sure if this is just her thinking about this, but Deku, well, oh. This is still kind of like going back to like their conversations way back at UA, where she finds out about like the name that he's been given by like Bakugo. Deku just screams, do your best. I kind of like it. And she now verbally says, do your best. This man's stomping. We see, I guess we go into the president's office. The president, he's like, gah! He breaks his desk a little bit. Send every hero we got over to Japan pronto, he says. But Mr. President, if one of one wins today, we would be putting our nation's security in jeopardy. Like I give a damn. Just do it.
He's like, we're stopping him here.
We have a panel here of Shoto. He's just yelling. We can't hear that. But Deku's like, I hear them all calling to me. Is that what, Sakachi? You can do it. Guy who donated the shirt. Do your best. One of the pussycats. I'm trying to remember. Tiger. He says, get it done. The Endeavor fans. Do it, man. Koda. You can do it. Some other dudes. Oh, yeah, the news reporters, I think. They were like doing discussions about like the villainy stuff. I just remember that from Twice's perspective. Do your best, they say. You got this. Other kids, I don't really remember. I know you can. It says Gran Torino. Eri, do your best, okay? I'm trying to look. What? Oh, this is probably like overseas, but it's like, you can do this. You got this. Someone else looking at it like a monitor. Do your best. That I don't know who that is. One hand of All Might. As he looks on, he sees like a faded image of Deku, like not looking back at him. You've been my greatest hero, he says.
I'm not gonna cry. You're gonna cry.
All right. I'm good. Someone runs out.
Hits. Not Mama Midoriya.
Mama Midoriya. Ooh, says do your best, Izuku. As we get this nice, good, not like it's pretty much a full page spread here. Number 422, Izuku Midoriya rising, and it shows him like socking it to him.
Just straight gut punch.
Ooh.
Dude, that thing of All Might sticking his fist up and saying like you've always been my greatest hero. I'm like,
damn, we got another chapter to read. Okay, all right, I'm good. Next chapter, please.
It's okay. My eyes are just sweating.
Eyes are sweating. It's just really warm in this room. And all right, so we're starting 423 now, and it just cuts immediately to where we left off, and you see Deku had to level a couple levels here, just to make it to like All for One's face here, because it really is just like the dude, and you just see again the Bloodborne like body archetype just falling over.
Bro literally just tore through several layers of bone.
Ooh.
Right in the solar plexus. Oof.
Number 423, One for All versus All for One. How did I not realize? I should have noticed that hyper regen wasn't working on this haggard excuse for her body. Something I should have felt off. He's to blame. No. All of them. They conspired. Each individual, as it shows panels of each of them like looking forward as like Deku's like punching forward in this interesting illustration that a lot of people who are reading this will understand. Each individual only represents a feeble threat, but as a united force, they somehow overwhelmed me, dulling my sensitivity without realizing. When the boy drove Yoichi and the successors into the core, it wasn't only my spirit that lost cause, but this body as well. And then, oh my god.
We're really going back to the beginning here.
Going back to the beginning of Izuku, like, training to inherit One for All. Your limp noodle body isn't ready for it. Your limbs would just pop right off. This is Deku. After 2 years, it's a little stronger than what the 8th could deliver. You're facing the combined power of all 9 of us. Dude.
Bro is shattering.
Yeah. Next panel and page. That area is shattering now. Yes. This body, too, was already shattered. As you see the face also, like, crumbling away.
What kind of... Look at this, holy shit!
You get a zoom out, and everything, all the tendrils, like, there, everyone just kind of stops and looks out. I'm trying to remember this guy's name, but he was,
the Earthquake guy.
Earthquake guy. He was like, his quirk's crumbling away. Get Kirishima. Midori must have pulled it off. Last panel on this page is just, like, that shattered body severed from the base, just kind of crumbling away.
We then see a bunch of those tendrils come back out, spiking himself so everything stays in place. I'm not done yet. Izuku haphazardly using his quirks to hold his body together. Then we see back to All for One. I haven't achieved anything yet. No one can rob me of what's mine. You see that zoom in on his eye. Only my dream gets to come true. I won't pay it forward. Nobody gets to pick up my torch. The Demon Lord is singular and absolute. I only need to repeat this process, just as I did with that fool Tamura. This boy is suitable. Now that he's without One for All, anyone will do. Really, I'll grant them my quirk and me with it to claim a new vessel. And then we see Izuku. You're done. All for One.
Oh, he's ready.
Midoriya, it says Asuwa. And then we see Shirakumo with that. Look how ominous that is.
Yeah.
You see like the one eye, and you see the little bit of white to show that Shirakumo is there. And we see it goes, and then we see President might just go, Shirakumo. That we get to zoom in on Shirakumo's eye, looking up at the fight. Shota Yamada Sorry. I must do this. I'm assuming this is his inner thoughts. We see a thing back when he and Kurogiri were at the bar. And we see the portal appear in front of Izuku.
Oh no.
I must protect Tamura Shigaraki. You see President Mike. Oh, give me a break. I should have known. In the end, he starts crying. He's always gonna reach out with a helping hand. Then we see Shirakumo talking to All for One. All for One, give back Tamura Shigaraki. As he just kind of like fades away. He's kind of like just dissipating right now. We see like we get that flashback of when Spinner put the hand on his face. Izuku's fist going through the portal somewhat. His friends await him as we see Shirakumo fade a little bit, and then we see Bakugo come in.
Homie. Homie. Where is he coming from?
Bakugo comes flying in, makes an explosion with his mouth.
Are you kidding me, bro?
Bro said, I ain't holding back. As we see Izuku also tried to give that punch.
Yeah, the punch is still happening. That's what's going on. Yeah, it's a present my looking at this and like, Bakugo? You kidding me? That kid's supposed to be in the hospital. He zoomed back here all alone with his blast?
Of course he did.
Of course he did. A flashback panel of Shoto. And he's prepping a bit of ice here. Todoroki might have helped out with this little ski jump. But don't you dare let me surpass you, Izuku. So yeah, Bako, he was only enough to just do that one like jump, and he's falling over.
To make him an opening.
Give him the opening. Deku's still mid-punch right now. All for one. This is Deku. I can't look past what you've done, but you're not some monster beyond all understanding. All for one's like, no, stop. And you're no demon lord. Don't look at me. All you are is a lonely man. But yeah, Deku reaches out now. And in the next panel, we see All for One in just kind of this gradient space. He's looking out. It's kind of empty right now. It's weird. He seems kind of like stammered here too. And he sees a little speckle of light. And he's like, Yoichi? The little light replies back, Midoriya managed to adjust that violent transfer in such a way that the barest fragment would remain intact. Then, the resonance with his ember awakened me to do right by these last shreds of me. Also that he could complete one for all, as we were meant to be.
Oh.
And this, all one, rightfully so, losing his mind right now. I don't care. None of that matters. Don't fade away. Show me your face. Impossible, he says. No, you... My time is up. He's like, no, you can't go. You're mine. Look upon me. Witness. Let me see your eyes. Brother, I couldn't guide you down the right path. What Midoriya conceived for us here is our last salvation at the end of it all. No, I won't allow it. I love you. I love you like no other. I'm hopeless without you. I'm nothing. It's time. It's time to pay the price for exploiting all for yourself. Because he awakened more than just me. Yeah.
It's a jujutsu jumping.
Homie, he really was the only light in that space. And I didn't realize, but like All for One's kind of reverse aging just for like the mental like space and just maybe for just, you know, the symbolism of things. But out of the shadows comes everyone. All the
Shigaraki and every single one of the predecessors.
Yeah, they reaching out. They're ready to like beat the hell out of this guy.
I will say though, I do think I get what Horikoshi's going for. As monstrous as this man is, he is an absolute monster.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he was the one who destroyed his brother, it does seem in one sick, twisted way he actually did care for Yoichi.
Yeah, it's a twisted type of love, but. Yeah, it's there. What I will now describe, or try to describe, is something you can probably frame and you'd be happy with it. You have Deku, he's punching in, and all the predecessors are also punching into the epicenter here, clashing. And then the next page, it shows like the shattered remnants of All for One's arm and Deku's fist meeting. I thought I was annihilated beyond a hope when Master swallowed me up. I think that's Shigaraki. But you somehow kept me tethered, kept me from fading, right, Grandma? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Kurogiri, I stole my body back from Master, but I never managed to destroy a thing. In the end, maybe I'm really just a crying little kid, as you said. We zoom out. It's we now see Deku as he's looking at what's probably Shigaraki. I couldn't even destroy your hands. Here's Deku. Everything you did. I couldn't let it stand. That's why I fought. Next page. Deku continues. I wanted to stop you. I wanted you to stop yourself. To keep that grief and misery from spreading any further. Yeah, and then Shigaraki. Ha, Izuku Midoriya. If Spinner survived this, tell him that even to the bitter end, Tomura Shigaraki kept fighting to destroy. And Deku it's already been destroyed. And the next page is our finisher for the chapter. A punch that clears the sky.
Shiraki's dead.
In the end, it's one of those things. A lot of people. Okay, by the way, we wrapped up on the chapter, but a lot of people seem to be watching bits and pieces of My Hero Academia and posting like that moment where Deku is fighting Muscle like for the second time, and it's about him talking to him and just trying to reason him out. Like, why are you doing all this? And obviously, Muscle over here is like, because that's what I want to do. I just want to destroy things. I want to wreck stuff. I'm gonna wreck it. And at the end of the day, Deku just has to stop him. And I think that's just ultimately what happened here too. Because he could not save him.
He tried. He tried.
He tried. He definitely tried.
He did everything he could.
Yeah, but All for One was not having it. But God, I love this. I mean, there's a lot of good like stills here, but obviously we see at the end here the fact that it was a gloomy day and Deku really just cleared everything up.
Considering he actually just beat the main villain of the entire story.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's just symbolic or he actually really did just like part the clouds. It's similar to what All Might did way back when.
Bro.
That's the end. Like we're now at the end. Whatever's left is just epilogue stuff.
I'm like, where do we go from here?
I'll tell you. Electric Boogaloo time.
Come back in My Hero Academia Rising.
Electric Boogaloo. Man, dude.
That wouldn't be a bad title for a sequel series, My Hero Academia Rising. I think this was a very good way. These last two chapters are a good way to conclude the arc. This is a good conclusion to a fight right here. I'm sure I know a lot of people would have liked to see Shigaraki survive. It appeared that it just wasn't in the cards. We do see he got a little bit of closure at the end. You know, Kurogiri was always there for him. He finally made peace with his grandmother, and of course he got revenge on his master. And he and Izuku settled things in the end. Izuku truly has become the greatest hero.
At what cost? I mean, saving the world, yes, but also he lost his power now.
And then we also see, if you look at the
which is kind of Sorry, I was thinking that it still runs parallel to how he initially wanted it to end. Anyway.
True. And did you see that thing of when he and they hit the heck from the inside and the outside? Did you see All for One's face on top of all that? Back when you see them both like hitting their fists together.
Oh, when I see the eyeballs. Man, he did all this with an All Might shirt.
As he should.
As it must be.
I did not expect to see Bakugo come flying in.
Same. I thought he really was like, nah, he's done. He's done. That dude is so... I mean, you know what? If Bakugo just by default becomes the #1 hero because Deku can't even do anything right now after the fact, then by all means take it.
Oh, man, everybody. This really did have just about everybody. Everyone deserves a vacation after this. We
won't know until we see future chapters, which, by the way, we do not actually have a date in which these are, well, at least when the next one's going to show up.
I'm just wondering, how much do we have left?
Because it ended up like cutting as short as we thought, or short as we could have ever anticipated.
Hori, please tell us how many chapters left.
And he's gonna like look back at you and he's gonna say 2. It's 2. 2. Dude, they can do whatever they want with that chapter. I'm satisfied with the ending so far. So whatever.
So far, I mean, I feel like there's no bad way to end this right now.
That is, unless Mineta goes back to his old ways.
I mean, would you have him any other way?
I would, actually. I would like Mineta to be an upstanding man who removes the underwear part of his outfit. The fact that we had that last chapter with everyone like pulling up and just supporting Deku too was great.
That was great, honestly. It's been such a... We've been following the series for so long. It all feels like it's finally just everything is just stacking up for the big conclusion.
I think that's all I wanted to say. I'm just satisfied, and I honestly just kind of want to sit and just think about like what this all kind of culminates to.
I think what we've seen here is a journey of seeing a boy with nothing rise to be the boy who, even if he ends up with nothing, he still gained everything, and he didn't do it alone. And on top of that, he learned more about himself and about the morals of the world, and where he truly fits in and what he wants to do.
I'm kind of curious as to what he will do now with the unknown that we have like right now. He definitely wanted to be a hero, and he definitely achieved that.
And he became his hero's hero.
That hits. That hits in a different way.
That shit hit, bro. It's like...
So before we go into tears, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this one. We'll see you guys whenever the next chapter shows up. Take care, everybody. Hashtag bye, everybody.